Hello everyone, welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video, and thank you so much for the love you guys showed on the previous video I just uploaded. So if you haven't seen that video, please check the description box below. You see a link that will just take you straight up to the video. So yeah, back to this video guys. So you want to, before starting up any hairstyle, you want to make sure your client hair is neat, like this cap, the hair is sparkling neat. All right, so yeah, we just finished washing the hair, so right now we're just drying it with a hand dryer, and then we'll start by curling the hair. So first of all, section out the hair that we're going to leave out in front, and then this is what the back looks like. So we sectioned it by doing like a center parting straight down, so that we'll just know the part or the center of her head first. Then take out hair from the right hand side and the left hand side, then curl it into like a loose big cornrow. And yeah, this is what it looks like. If you notice, the hair on the left side is equivalent to what is on the right side. So this is what it looks like. So moving on, we are going to start cornrolling. And to cornrow, we are adding little extension to the cornrow. And we are curling the back first because we do not want all the hairs to just drop at the back, and we do not want her to feel much pains at the back after installing the hair. So that's why we are curling. We are doing this cornrow pattern, and this is what we are doing. We added little extension, and with the fact that she doesn't really have hair at the back of her head, so that's why we are doing this. Moving on, this is what I'm doing. This is the cornrow we are doing in front. So we are going to be cornrolling from that parting side down to the ear side. That's for the first cornrow. For the next cornrow, we are just going to go ahead to cornrow the hair and then attach the previous cornrow, the previous tip, to this tip or this cornrow. We're going to be attaching all the tips of the cornrows to each other. Like I said before, we are adding little extension to the hair. This is so that it can be able to withstand the pressure of needle and thread. And with the fact that her hair is not so strong, her hair is very sleek, like it's so soft, so you need to, like, we really need to attach some extension to the hair just so that it can be steady for us to be able to sew in weft to the hair. So I advise you to watch the video from the beginning to the end so that you don't get to miss any single step. So as we are cornrolling, we are attaching more extension, and then when we get almost to the end of the cornrow, we just take the previous tip of the hair, the previous hair cornrow tip, and attach it to what we are doing, or the cornrow we are cornrolling, and then continue to cornrow down. All right, for the final cornrow, I'm just going to take the tip of the previous two, left hand side and the right hand side, and attach it gradually, like attach each one at a time to the cornrow I'm cornrolling. And I forgot to show you guys that the first cornrow we cornrowed at the back, that's the very last cornrow at the back, so we attached it to the other side of the cornrow. Right, this is what the cornrow pattern looks like. And for the hair we are using today is called Xpression Yankee Flip. This hair is actually affordable. It's a synthetic hair. It's affordable. If you cannot find this Xpression Yankee Flip, you can use Darling Yankee or this to achieve this same hairstyle. All right, back to the cornrow. So I am just attaching the last tip, other cornrows, and I'm using needle and thread to do so, sewing it in like so. This is so that it will not be visible and so that it can stay in place, for it not to get in the way while we are attaching or sewing in the wefts. Okay, for the very first weft, I'm starting from the very last cornrow. The first cornrow we cornrowed initially, so that's where we are starting the weft sewing from. So I'm sewing from the right to the left like so. And if you want a detailed sew-in tutorial, like very detailed sew-in tutorial, you can leave a comment in the comment section below so that I can film one. So this is 2023. The last time I did a detailed sew-in tutorial was about 4 years ago or 3 years ago, 2018 or 2019. So if you're a beginner and you want a detailed sew-in tutorial, just let me know in the comment section below as well. When I get to the end of this line, I'm just going to drag the hair or the weft further to meet up with the cornrows above and then continue to sew in like so. Once I sew in or secure that part in, I'm just going to take my scissors to cut off the excess or to cut off the remaining part of the weft. This is because of the hairstyle we're about to achieve. So this hairstyle is different. You guys already know that I like to do turnover method. So but for this particular hairstyle, you just need to do like this method, the cutting method, so that everything will fit in well and it will be very flat. All right, starting up the next cornrow, I'm just going to take it underneath the top cornrow, underneath it, and just stick it using needle and thread to do so. And anytime I get to the end of a particular line, I'm just going to take my scissors to cut off the excess or the remaining part of the weft. I'm going to be installing 2 packs of Yankee Flip Xpression. Yankee Flip is a synthetic hair, like I said before. So yeah, you can use any hair of your choice. You can as well use like 1 pack of it. The reason why we're using 2 packs is because we want it to be full, but we didn't finish up the 2 packs of the hair. And starting up the sew-in, we started with single weft below, and we're going to be doing like double weft in the middle. That's this particular side. I'm going to be sewing in like double weft over here. And if you have any question, you just let me know in the comment section below. If you will need to see other videos to be clear about the sew-in, still check the description box below to see old videos of sew-in. Alright, for this particular hairstyle, after sewing in like 2 lines, the 3rd line, I'm just going to take it further to the front like so, and then when I get to the front, I'm going to use my scissors to cut off the excess weft and then place the excess weft on the next line. After using scissors to cut that particular excess, we'll place the remaining or the excess on the next line and then continue from there, continue sewing in from there. Okay, so one of my students that is learning how to sew in, like a physical class, she's learning how to sew in. She came physically to the salon to learn how to sew in. When we started teaching her, started complaining that my videos are not really detailed. I don't really explain a lot of things about sewing. She got to learn so many different things. She said physical class is more better than the online class. So I'm just thinking, do you guys feel confused? Are you guys really getting my explanation? Are you guys seeing exactly what I am doing? If you have any question, because sewing is quite different, like it's quite intense. I don't know if I'm not really explaining what I'm doing, the whole process, or if I skip the most important process. Just let me know in the comment section below, because when she said that, it actually touched my heart, and I was like, I really need to be explaining all my videos, or I really need to be letting you guys know how to do some stuff yourself. Yeah, because I know some of us live very far from Abuja, and it will be like very difficult for you to come for physical class. So I want in a situation whereby you can just be in your house or wherever you are to just learn. I want my videos to be very detailed. Let me know if most of my videos are not really detailed. I really need to know this so that I can put in more work, not just sewing in alone like other hairstyles. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to your questions in the comment section below. Or let's just get chatting in the comment section below. So yeah, continue installing like double weft all over till I get to the front. Even to the front, I'm installing double weft as well. So this is quite different from wig making. You know, when you get to the front, when it comes to wig, you have to just install or sew in like just single weft. But when it comes to like human being hair, you need to sew in double weft so that the front side will look a little bit full. Installing double weft of the hair, meaning that I'm not just only sewing in one weft, I'm sewing in two wefts. Because it's a center part hairstyle, I'm actually sewing in the weaves in a U shape. And as I'm sewing, I'm minding the fact that this hairstyle is a middle or center parting, meaning that I will have to make sure that all the quantity of hair I put on the left side is going to be equivalent to all the quantity of hair I put on the right side. So what I actually mean is that any hair I take to the left side, I have to sew it down, right, straight down to the right side. So we just continue sewing in and doing the cutting method until I get very close to the closing. Alright, so for the last weft, I'm just going to sew in this way. This is how to sew last weft. You take the needle in and bring it out. Then after that, you take in the needle again and bring it out. When you're trying to bring it out, you take it around the thread like twice, and then you drag the thread forward. You drag it forward to make sure it covers the cornrow in front. That's the tip of the cornrow. This is so that that part of the cornrow will not be visible. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be dragging the thread forward or dragging the needle forward while I try to secure the weft. So I'll be doing this to all. Alright, at this point, I'm just going to allow you guys just watch the video so that you see what I am doing and how I am sewing in the hair. This is what it looks like after sewing in the weft. So moving on, I'm just going to go ahead to comb the hair using a big comb, and after that I'm using a blade to actually trim the hair. So I'm going to be trimming it like this. Trimming this hair is not really difficult. It's just to trim from the inside and not the outside. This is so that it can form the bob easily. So I'm trimming the hair like so, and after trimming it like so all over from the left to the right hand side, because I already know the length of the bob I really want to achieve. So we do not want the bob to be really short. So yeah, just taking the blade inward to trim the hair, and after trimming the hair with a blade, I'm going to still go in to use a scissors to trim the bob as well, just so that I can make everything even. So sorry, she's actually covering you guys, or we are covering the whole process, but the trimming is quite easy, or using a scissors to trim is quite easy to trim off.
Turn me inside out, make my heart beat, need no one else.
So after trimming the hair, I'm moving on to stretching the hair so that it can blend. That's her natural hair. I'm stretching it with this stretcher so that it can blend with the hair or the weft or the weave on at the back or the extension at the back. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm stretching the hair back so that it can lay or try to form the shape of laying to cover the extension at the back. So after using a stretcher to straighten the hair, instead of using like a hot comb to still further straighten the root of the hair, I'm just using this hand dryer to do so. I think hand dryer feels, that's for natural hair, hand dryer is far better because it won't get to hurt my client. So that's why I'm using hand dryer to do this, and also to make that part of the hair sleep or lay. And yeah, here's the final look. This is what it looks like. This is what the pattern looks like, and this is what the front looks like. Thank you so much for watching the video from the beginning to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the whole process and you were able to learn one or two from this video. Thank you so much. Leave a comment if you are confused on the sew-in pattern or anything about the video, or any style you want to, and also any style you want to see up on this channel. Just let me know in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment. Like I said before, I'll give this video a big thumbs up, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.